Hi guys, welcome to my first comparison video. Today I've got the Puma Jenny Premium and I've also got a Puma ST Line X 1 litre with the 19-inch alloy wheels as well, in digital aqua blue and solar silver. So outside there's some key differences. This one has the auto high beam assist headlights, whereas my one has the anti-glare headlights. These are a must-have option in my opinion. Two colour differences. I prefer the blue personally. These are the 18-inch wheels. This is on Continentals and the other car is on Viviers. Interior wise, they're very similar. It's just that my Puma has the white inserts and the white stitching, as well as having this in the center console as there's no gears, and the gear stick is up here. And apart from that, it's very similar. They both have B&O sound. They both have all the same options. Coming up to the rear end, the main difference is that my one has the white lettering instead of the black on the ST Line Puma petrol version. Both have automatic tailgates as well. I also have the charging cable, of course, and the Gigabox. We'll compare that to the Megabox in the Puma petrol version just now. I love the colour, right? It's nice. Then if I come to the back of this and open this up, we have the Megabox. There's just a little bit of space extra on the right side you see in the electric version compared to this petrol one. And they both have raise and lowering false floors. If I turn on the hazard lights in both of them, this has the ST Line skid plates, whereas my one has the Puma logo. So this is the manual gearbox version as well. And it's got a manual handbrake. As you see, there's a massive difference in the interior and through pedals. This is the Puma logo, I mean, on this one. That's the front, as you see. My one has the claw indicators, whereas this just has the basic ones. The main difference is open grille to let air in, whereas this doesn't need that, of course. I think if I show you the infotainment in my one, they both should be similar. Let me first of all turn off this car, save it burning fuel. Or I guess we can just check in this one, to be honest. So the main difference in the interior is, as you see, this has different display features. It's got hybrid gauge, which is the main difference. And then this one also has the information about the auto start stop, as well as, let me get to this. It does get a bit fiddly, this. It's got the oil life, 84%. This is the 1 litre EcoBoost version. It's got different themes in display as well, which I haven't actually explored until now. I think the change with drive mode is the best one on the electric one though, so that's what I've just set it as. Let me turn the indicators off as it's... turn the indicators off now. Go back to my view and the trip computer. Since I've reset, I've done 68 miles and 40 mpg has been averaged. And if we go to the features, there's lots. There's 4 drive modes in this version: normal, eco, sport, and slippery. And there's also the same driver assistance, of course, as it's all the same brand of car. Let's turn that on. That's quite useful. Other than that, it's all quite similar as such. All the settings are the same. Got the manual gear sticks, manual handbrake. So everything's the same. This has got red stitching and a black insert to make it more sporty compared to the white insert and white stitching in the premium electric one. The B&O sound system. And yeah, let me turn this off and let me head off over to my car now to show you the rest of the features that one has. both have tinted glass as well. Yeah, so this one thinks we're in Southampton, as the preconditioning has stopped working, unfortunately. I'm going to see, as you see, this one has a lot more features as such, as it's electric, so it has a trip energy, it has the departure and the comfort, which I haven't set as the setting is broken, as I said. Has the one-time max charge limit, which I always set to 95%, as getting to 100% takes a lot longer. What else do we have? You can open the boot from the inside and close it as well. We've got that, all of these. We've got the drive modes. Settings wise, if I take you to that one. This is where you can change all your preferences, such as miles per kilowatt hour, Celsius for the temperature. And then you've got the vehicle settings as well. So depending on how you like everything, your lights, this is how you turn on the adaptive matrix lights on. Let me close the boot. For some reason it seems that I didn't close it properly. It's got all of this Alexa built in as well. It's got over-the-air updates, ambient lighting. You've got quite a few colours. You've got 7 colours to choose from. I like the blue colour, so I left it at that. You've got valet mode, got vehicle hotspot and Bluetooth and wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. You've got the heated front windscreen button there. You've got your drive mode select here, shortcut button, as well as you've got the volume shortcut here as well, and the max defrost in the morning as well. And it's nice, easy access to change your temperature. And I think I prefer this like center tunnel, as it feels more premium. If I get into the back of the vehicle, this is where, in my ideal driving position as such, I don't have much space. As you can see, I can't even get in the back seat. So this is where the Puma Petrol one, which I'll go to in a second, massive. I'm 6'1", 6'2", and I've got no knee room. Head also just about, I can't show you, head is just about touching the roof. But head wise it's fine, leg wise no, it's not good at all. You've got a 12-volt socket and a USB-Cs as well. Got back seat pockets as well. No center armrest on this version, which is fine really, because no one's into the back. And the cool feature of this car is, if I kick my leg underneath, it opens the boot. Hands-free tailgate, and it stops if I do that. And then if I go one more time, it will close. That's that one. Let me check if this one has it. Seems that the petrol version does not have that feature. So yeah, the tyre difference here, 19-inch Goodyear's £500 option, these ones. These are a standard on the premium electric version, and as well as these are the same wheels you would get on the ST Line X size standard as well. So if I get into the back seat now, this is also my ideal driving position in the petrol version. And to be honest, leg-wise, it definitely feels more comfortable, as the floor is not as raised as in the electric version. So I think I would be more comfortable to sit in the back seat of the petrol version than the electric version. And the headroom also is similar, of course, as it's the same on the roof line. So yeah, this car is much more comfortable to sit in the back than on the petrol than on the electric version. So I think, yeah, this is probably going to end the video for this side. I'm going to also do the driving, which will be coming up in a couple of seconds for you guys. So yeah, here's the back end of each, and here's the front end of each. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe. Alright guys, so on to the driving part of the video. So I have a Puma Gen E electric at the minute, which the video on that will be coming out. And I've been driving this car now for 24 hours. And immediately the difference is just the pickup. This one has the 1-litre manual gearbox as well. I used to have a Focus 1-litre EcoBoost, as I say. And this car, it feels more responsive in the lower end because of the mild hybrid technology. But as you get faster, a huge lag. There's a lack of confidence when you say I'm trying to I wouldn't overtake now as it's dangerous. But say I was going to try and overtake this truck ahead of me, I wouldn't have the confidence to do so in this car. However, in my electric one, which has 170 horsepower, I would have a lot of confidence to overtake. So then that's the main factor. And seeing as they're the same price, I think the electric one has a lot more premium features that I would prefer to have if I was spending my money towards one of these. I'm spending my money towards an electric one, as I feel that they've made that car very good for the price in that way. But the one thing in this petrol version is the gearbox. Honestly, the manual gearbox makes driving so much more enjoyable. And the gear shifts in the Ford manual gearboxes, honestly, are slick. They're so good to drive, which is the one disadvantage of the electric version, I would say. But this car, I mean, it's a nice car for daily use, and I see why it's the best-selling car in the UK. But I think the electric one does make more sense if you prefer a bit more comfort. As you see, even though it's a 1 litre, there's a lot of engine noise. So, I mean, it's not as refined, and of course electric cars are refined. And after this, I'm going to switch my driving onto the electric version as well. So this is the comparison video, and then I'm also going to be filming a separate one just on the just on the petrol version as well. So yeah, so I'm going to do a mixture of driving now. So yeah, now we're in town. I've done a 60-mile-an-hour stretch. Now this is the in-town stretch as well. 30-mile-an-hour speed limits. And this is when I would say because yesterday I went to Milton Keynes, which is, you know, the land of roundabouts, and having to stop at each roundabout, switch down gears, switch up gears, the electric one just makes a lot more sense. And this car, I've done 52 miles in it so far, since the kind people at Ford of Aylesbury gave me this car to test, and I've averaged 40 mpg. So this is across city and Milton Keynes driving, as well as A roads. So I think 40 mpg, I wouldn't say that's brilliant, to be honest, as it's about double the price of driving my electric one around. As my electric one, I get 4 miles per kilowatt hour, which I'll cover when I'm driving that, so let's not cover that now. But just now having to switch gears, I guess it makes it more involving, but it depends on what you like and prefer. I'm also going to try and get a Ford Puma ST to test out. So this one's the ST Line X version, and I love the steering wheel. This one has a very nice steering wheel. And if you would like to buy this car, if you contact the email address I've put at the start and the end of the video, I'm sure they'll help you out. Now I'm going to put it in sport mode in a second. This is normal mode, so I'm going to accelerate in normal mode now. 3rd gear. It's decent amount of power, but of course, as it has all the gear and engine to kick in, it's not as peppy as the EV version. It's a bad day today. I was going to film it yesterday when it was nice and sunny. However, my camera crashed, so it was kind of useless. But yeah, make sure to subscribe as well, because this is my first ever driving video I've made, so I hope there's lots to improve on, and I hope that this has also been a decent camera angle. I've been trialling out quite a few of these, so I want to make it the best possible. And I found one cool feature compared to this 1 litre and my Focus 2017 version. The main difference is, if I'm changing gear and the cruise control is on, I can change gear and let off, and then it will continue the cruise control. So I found that to be a very useful feature when you're on it. It's kind of adaptive cruise, isn't it, on its own, really. If I try and get it into sport mode before this sign, quite a few modes. Okay, now I'm in sport. I cancel cruise. 4th gear, 40. I guess it's not in the pick of the rev range, but it's alright. The gear change, honestly, this is the advantage. It's so slick. I think my base verdict really would be, if you're buying an automatic version, get the electric one. However, if you want the manual version, get the petrol version. I think that's my quick overview about it. It's kind of annoying that this truck's in the way, but sometimes it happens. There's 4 modes in this car: normal, eco, sport, and slippery mode. So yeah, 123 horsepower in this and 210 newton meters of torque. 0 to 60 in 9.8 seconds. It's good for daily use, and I see why loads of people buy this car. It's it's a nice car, honestly. It's been comfortable. But yeah, suspension not too firm, not too soft. It's a good balance between sportiness and comfort. As you can see, it's very, very silent when the road is nice and you're on cruise control in the right gear. Let's put it back in sport mode and see. In the electric car now, this is what I mean. I have the confidence to overtake these two cars. However, in this petrol version, I just don't have the confidence to do so. Okay, this is the straight road I was talking about. Yeah, good. Alright, so thanks for this is the comparison of the petrol version. Next we're going to switch to the electric version as well. Alright guys, so driving the Puma Gen E. Now we're on to this part. I've got very good experience with this car, as I've driven my one more than 3,000 miles now in just under 4 months. So I'm going to give you a mini range test, as well as my thoughts on my car, as well as this car I'm testing now that's been lent to me by Perrys Ford Aylesbury. Their details will be on the screen now. This car has the driver assistance pack, which my one doesn't, which means that it has a 360 camera and the adaptive cruise control, so we'll test out the adaptive cruise control as well while we're at it. So as I'm at a red light now, if I just twist, not that one. If I just twist the camera a little bit, you'll be able to see that there's lots of modes for the camera, but I've got into that already, so let's not get into it now. It shows you how it is while driving. And one other thing that I've realised with this car is that it has like hold mode, which my one doesn't have for some reason, so I need to get that checked out why it doesn't. If one pedal driving is off, I'm on L mode and normal mode as I usually am, and it just feels much nicer like this. I'm on hold mode and I'm not on one pedal driving, which I'm not really a fan of, to be honest. I feel it's a bit too strong for normal usage, so I always keep mine in L mode, and when I get onto the motorway I'll make sure to turn that off as well. Hopefully this camera angle is better than the other one that I have in my other video. I'm learning as I go along, so yeah, I thought it would be best to start off in town, which it's an electric car. In town it's nippy at roundabouts, it's quite efficient when it's not too cold as well. Sometimes if it's cold and you're doing a short journey, you would get in the 3s, which I've got now in this trip. However, if it's a bit warmer, above 10 degrees, you'll easily see above 5 miles per kilowatt hour on the screen, so that's pretty good. As it's about half the price of a petrol Puma, if you compare that. If that gets 40 mpg, which is approximately 15 pence per mile, if you take the current fuel price, which is around £1.30p per litre. However, this one, 4 miles per kilowatt hour divided by even the expensive electricity rate in my house is 6.5 pence per mile, which means it's about 9p a mile cheaper to drive than the petrol Puma. It's 9p cheaper to drive, it's much quicker and much more fun to drive as well, in my opinion. And obviously there's no difference in the drive, it's the same. However, this has the adaptive cruise and the blind spot assist, which you. However, I do believe that none of these packs really are necessary if you're buying the electric one. I think the winter pack, it would be nice to have. I think that's the only option that I would say that's worth ticking. Because the 360 camera, the car is quite small anyway. And you don't really need adaptive cruise control either, unless you're going to be going on loads of motorways. And this car might not be the right car for you if you're going on motorways. As the range, I'm going to be going on the motorway. So I'm going to see how much the range drops. And I'll put it at the end of the video as well. And already, if you're not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers as well. So the only, I would say, useful feature, I mean, 360 camera is definitely useful, and the blind spot assist, but it's about £1,000 option, so it might not be worth it for everyone. And now I would rather go for the Matrix LED headlights than the adaptive cruise control, which is £600 option. So it's now adaptive cruise is brake for no reason at all there. And it's not meant to be used in town as such, but it's got that instant punch as well. To the 125 in the petrol one, you can instantly tell. And I would say this car actually might have a bit too much power in the lower end, because whenever you're trying to have a bit of fun, it just spins up the wheels constantly. But the good thing is, after 70, it completely cuts off. The power and all that cuts off, which, you know, you can't go more than 70 in the UK anyway. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it in sport mode, and if it's safe to do so, I'm going to press the accelerator fully to the floor, as I'm now joining a dual carriageway. See, I'm going to now have held. See, as you see, even at 40 miles an hour, the wheels, spinning the wheels up. I do like the propulsion sound as well that the electric car has. Alright guys, so I've done the acceleration. Now we're a little bit more prominently on the dual carriageway. And the efficiency now, I mean, the weather is not exactly perfect. It's raining quite a lot, and the road's quite treacherous as well. It's averaging about 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour. That's in sport mode. Sometimes sport mode is more efficient than normal mode, so if I maybe leave that in sport there for now. As you see, the blind spot has just flashed. I think it might just be out of camera angle. Yeah, it's a little bit out. I don't think I'm a fan of the adaptive cruise control. I just feel that I don't have as much control as I maybe would want to have. Go back in normal mode now. But yeah, overall on the motorway, this car is quiet, comfortable to drive, and it feels quite premium inside as well. You know, I believe that this car definitely wins our test between the petrol 1 litre Puma and this one. I think the electric Puma definitely takes the win. So yeah, I think if it was my money and I've already spent my money on the electric one and I'm enjoying that thoroughly, the one issue I have had is the preconditioning has stopped working, but those are first world problems. Overall, I think this is a better car to take out on a finance term, to be honest. It's a much nicer car than the petrol car, and it feels better than the price that can dictate. It's around £30,000 with a government grant, and it's definitely feels a lot more expensive to drive as such. The interior materials, as we just saw, not as good, but feels as nice to drive as maybe like a £40,000, £50,000 car. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and the verdict and all the other information will be at the end of the video. Thank you guys.